Hey guys, I'm Jason Grossclose with MFK Game Calls, and continuing our instructional series, today I'm going to cover the 3-reed competition howler, some Coyote vocalizations you can do with it, and also a good stand scenario to use during breeding season. Breeding season for coyotes, typically across the United States, is January, February, March, and anywhere in between that. Could be a little later in some places, could be a little earlier in some places, but that's typically your breeding season months, is January, February, March. What I'm going to show you is a stand scenario that I use and I've had really good luck with over the past few years, and it's actually pretty simple. It's a new sound. I don't think we've actually covered this sound on any of our videos yet, so I wanted to do this and let you know what it sounded like, give you an idea of how I do it, and also how to use it on stand. Start off with, what I'll do is I'll set up in a place where I know there's coyotes. I will start to stand off with a few barks and some lone howls. A lot of times that will trigger a response from a pack. If that happens, what I will do, I won't keep answering them. After they respond, I will just go right into a deeper lone howl, and I'll drag that thing out as long as I can. And what I'm trying to mimic is an adult male coyote that's coming to their territory. After that, I'll wait 30 seconds to a minute on stand, and then I'll go into female coyote whimpers. And it's actually a pretty easy sound to learn. There's a few steps involved with doing that sound, but I'm going to show you here in just a second how I do that. But again, what I start off with is just a few barks, lone howls, hoping to trigger a response from a pack. If they're way off, I'll try to go ahead and close that distance a little bit before I'll do these next set of sounds, because it's probably not going to work. If you hear them a half a mile, 3/4 of a mile away, it's probably not going to work. You want to get into their territory. Coyotes are very territorial, and what you're wanting to do with that second deep male howl is to trigger a territorial response from the adult male or males that's in that general area. Like I said, they're very territorial, and if they think there's a female coyote in heat, they're going to be extremely territorial and probably going to run you over. I've had really good luck with this up here in Virginia, and I'm sure Tori and Dave, they've been using it out in Arkansas this time of year, and they've been having very good results with it too. But to start off with, I'll show you how I begin the stand, and like I said, it's just a few basic barks and a couple howls, just like this. As you can tell from that audio, it's a pretty high-pitched howl. When I'm starting off a stand, I like the real high-pitched howls. What that does, I think, in my opinion, is it catches their ears a little more than a deeper male, and pretty much any coyote is going to respond to that. It's not a real old, aggressive howl, or not a real deep howl. It's just a basic howl, and what a lot of times that'll do is that'll get the whole pack to just yipping and carrying on all that. You got your yips, your howls, and your barks. I know all of you have heard that, and that's what I want. I want to find out where they're at. If they're within a working distance, within, I don't know, 300, 400, 500 yards, 600 yards, then I can work those coyotes. If they're a half mile off, I'm going to want to close that distance a little bit, get in if it's possible with your terrain, close the distance a little bit, then I'm going to go into this scenario. What I'm going to do, I'll use this 3-reed competition howler, and I'm going to do an old male howl. You can actually use our 4-reed old dog howler for this. It works great. A lot of times when I'm doing this, I don't want to sit there fiddling around trying to get more calls out. So I'll just lessen the tongue pressure on this 3-reed call and get as deep as howl as I can. But for the most realistic results, the 4-reed old dog howler will be perfect in this situation. After they've answered, let's just pretend after I did that, we had the whole pack answer. This is what I'll go into. I'll do an old male howl. We'll do it but a couple times, and notice I didn't throw any barks in there that time. What that's doing is letting the coyote know that there's an older male coyote in their area. After that, I'll usually wait 30 to 45 seconds, just give it time. There's really no set time that you have to wait. Just do it by feel. After that, I'll go into the coyote female whimpers, and they'll sound something like this. That's basically the sound. What you're trying to mimic is a female coyote. The males come up on her, she's in heat, and they're getting ready to breed. And if the alpha male of that pack is anywhere near, he will hard charge you in a second. What he thinks happened is another big male has come to his territory, and he's going to come in there and run him off because he wants that female to breed, because that's his territory. They've done a lot to work to protect that. He's not just going to give it up easy. It's just like us guys. I mean, we got one thing on our mind. Somebody starts messing with their woman, we're going to come in there and, you know what, get to work. But let you know how I do those female whimpers. It's basically a couple different things, and I'm combining them. To start out with, when I do this sound, pretty much all you're doing is blowing a couple real quick bursts with a lot of air pressure across the reed of that howler. I'll break it down real slow and show you how I'm doing that. If you can get that sound out of it, you got step one down. Next, what I'll do is I'll actually quiver my diaphragm, not the actual diaphragm, the diaphragm of my chest, where I'm getting sound from. I'll quiver that as I'm doing that, and that just throws that much more added realism into that call. To finish out that call, the little whimpers at the end, this is how I do those. Pretty much, this is what they'll sound like. Basically, how you do that is pretty much put very, very little tongue pressure on that and blow across those reeds. It's a very easy sound, little short burst. It's almost like you're beginning to start out a howl, but not really. Just the first half a second of a howl with really, really light tongue pressure on that call. And to get the whole sound together, you want to combine that. And like I said, use your own diaphragm in your chest to help you add little quivers in there and add that realism to that call. I'm going to run through it one more time just to give you an example of what it sounds like. That's all you need, guys. You start doing that, you get into adult male coyote's territory, that's going to drive him crazy, going to bring him right into your lap, and you're probably going to get a shot on him, hopefully. Also, just want to let y'all know, the actual coyotes that you're targeting with this sound, the howls and then a deep howl and then the female whimpers, is probably going to be your alpha male coyotes of a certain pack. You're probably not going to call in a lot of your younger coyotes, which I actually have done that before, but I think what it is they're coming in on curiosity only, and they tend to hang up a little more. You're not going to get hard chargers like you will your alpha males that are coming into this sound. Your younger coyotes, And a lot of times your females will come in and check it out too, because females are just as territorial as the males are, and they will come in and check it out. But a lot of times they won't hard charge as quite as much as the males do, from what I've seen. And but like I say, you will call others in with curiosity, but what you're targeting is the old, big alpha males of a pack, and that's usually what you're going to kill. If you're looking to go out there and kill the 40, 45 pound coyotes, this sound is deadly on them. Anyways, thanks for staying tuned. We're going to have more videos up weekly. Like I said, and Tori said before in his instructional videos, if you guys have any certain questions or particular topics you want us to cover, send us an email, give us a call. We'll do our best to try to get it up for you. Thanks a lot, and be sure to visit us at www.mfkgamecalls.com or visit our Facebook at MFK Game Calls, and we'll be glad to answer any questions for you. Be sure to post your kill pics up on our Facebook page. We love seeing them, and we love hearing back from you guys. And good luck this season, and we hope your fur pile keeps growing. Thanks a lot.